Hi, folks. Puffin here with another review of the Cruella movie. It was awesome. I did a short review, but I saw I only had 2 minutes to record. I knew I couldn't say all I had to say in 2 minutes. It's like a genius movie. The more I think about this movie, the more I want to say about it, which is how you know there's some genius in there. Um, I said I don't have anything to criticize about it. Like I went into it wanting to criticize and didn't have anything to criticize. I should make a disclaimer. I'm not the best one to speak upon it because of white privilege. I'm not. I sense some type of possible racism in it, but I don't want to even say because I'm not the one to talk about it. But I do want to say the good things that I have to say about it. And that was slight too that I noticed. But I have all glowing things to say about it in my previous review and in this one. I just have so much to say about it. And I don't want to give anything away, so I kind of want to talk around it. Um, I feel like the perfect audience for the movie as uh, outcast, an artist, and a genius. I don't think you have to be a genius to enjoy the movie. I think if you watch it as a genius, then you'll enjoy it more. You'll get more out of it. You may even discover through watching this movie a type of genius you didn't know you had. It's that type of movie. It's really good. And in order to categorize somewhat, I wanted to break it up into three categories: looks, looks, and looks. Like, the first thing I want to say is Emma Thompson and Emma Stone in this movie are so amazing. They're just such great actresses in the movie that, like, it blows you away all the time. And it makes me think I'm the type of person as a writer and a kind of a natural actor, but I haven't done much acting yet. Give me a job, put me on. So it makes me think when I see a movie and there's a line that pops out, it makes me think, did they write this? Did somebody come up with that line first and then they wrote the movie around that? Did somebody have this brilliant line and then the rest of the movie fell into place around that line? I think that a lot about movies when a certain line sticks out. Now, it could very well be that, they already had the movie and then within the production or making of the movie or the writing of the movie, um, the line occurs to him. This is still the genius moment of inspiration. But to me, it's like a sense of inspiration. There's or a sense of genius that when it's there, there's more to it than that. And so that's why I feel like I have so much to say about this movie. And in this case, instead of a line, like one line that sticks out that's like, oh, did they write this? It's the performance of Emma Stone. It makes me wonder if did she try out for this role and get selected among other people, or did someone possibly see her acting, see the types of looks she can give in her acting and say, we need to make a Cruella DeVille movie and have her in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's so perfect in the role is kind of what I'm saying. And again, they could have maybe hired someone else. Other actresses can give these types of looks. Uh, well, Emma Thompson does. That's the thing. That's what's so great about it is they have this. There's this interplay of emotion conveyed in their expressions that is so intense and powerful and tells the story so well. And it's got just a great, action plot, stuff going on in the movie. It reminds me in this way a lot of Loki, the new Loki TV show also on Disney Plus. That they have great action, they have great, what you expect out of a superhero thing. But the best part of the show is just like Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston sitting across from each other, just acting it up. And sometimes it's because of their looks. It's often because of the way they deliver their lines. And of course, Emma Stone and Emma Thompson are delivering their lines like very well. Like it's beautiful the way all their acting is. But there's something about their looks, the looks they give each other, that are so powerful and magical. And like I said, there's other actors that can do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made this entire movie for Emma Stone because she's that good at it. Um, Now, that's the looks they're giving each other, which is interesting. After I made my short review of this, for some reason, I watch a lot of Chinese CGTN, Chinese YouTube news. but I've never really had Chinese entertainment suggested to me on YouTube. But after I made that last video, it was suggested to me, I guess a movie or TV show out of China that is, Japanese samurai looks down on prisoner before realizing they're a kung fu master. You don't look down on the kung fu master. And in these videos, they're amazing. I started watching a few of them, and like, there's a few of them where somebody looks down on somebody thinking that, and then they find out different. But the looks they give each other in these fight scenes, like, probably for a lot of like kung fu movies and stuff, but this is, I guess, modern, like, stellar acting, and they give such intense looks. Now, I was going to say, you might think that Emma Stone, with the makeup, with the masks, with the different things, that enhances the look, or just the way they do the close-ups, but it's the ability of the look. It's the magic of the look. And then I kind of noticed that I was highlighted by watching these Chinese videos. I don't know what the show is, but I wish I did. Somebody might have said it's called Winner. But anyway, these Chinese videos where their looks are so intense and they're not wearing hardly any makeup, and it's not a mask, it's just the power of the look and the filming. So all that is so well done that I have to recommend it on that regard. The look of the whole movie, is that a good look to make a movie about somebody a character that is going to go on to try to kill a bunch of dogs? That's what put me off to the movie, and honestly, through watching the end of the movie is my only real complaint with the movie. But it wasn't a complaint with the movie, it was a complaint that I went into with a prejudice towards the movie that was somewhat resolved because I am sympathetic to the character of Cruella. And I think that's a powerful thing that this movie does, is it lets you see that evil is transferred. And regarding Cruella and dogs, because I think I'm going to have to do another one of these. I'm not going to fit it all into this one. Cruella de Vil, as a character, as a villain in the cartoon, was a lesson to people not to hurt dogs. She was evil, she was scary, you wanted to not be like Cruella de Vil, and she hurt dogs, and you knew that hurting dogs or wanting to hurt dogs was a bad thing to do. In celebrity human life, out of cartoons, the person who was most associated with hurting dogs was Michael Vick from the Atlanta Falcons. And after he was caught convicted for dogfighting, killing dogs, hurting dogs in dogfighting, he did speeches against dogfighting. And to my understanding, he went well beyond whatever he was required to do by the court order, and really helped educate our community not to have dogfighting, and probably was the strongest voice against dogfighting after repenting of the error of his ways. And in this way, he was a strong character, or has been. I don't think he's been given the credit for it, but he has been a strong character against dogfighting. So to watch this movie, I don't think you want to be like, oh, I don't want to watch something that would endorse animal cruelty. It doesn't. And it shows you what cruelty is, Cruella, that cruelty is something that is transferred from the cruelty of one person to the cruelty of another. And again, I don't want to give away the movie, but I am going to make another video about this because I didn't get into all the stuff I wanted to say. But it's awesome, their looks. It's awesome that it makes up for what looks like a bad look to make a movie about this character. And I'll see you in the